What's up, powerful people? My name is Eli. You can call me Super Kid, and I'm here to welcome you to part 19 of Disco Elysium here on Super Kid Plays. Powerful people, if you're excited for this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, leave me any comments you have in the comment section, and please share this video with anybody you think might like it. Powerful people, last time, if you remember, we concluded our external examination portion of our field autopsy of the hanged man, and now we must begin the internal examination. Hope you're ready for this. Central nervous system, he says, and then concludes abruptly. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system? You don't even have a joke. Nope, right in A. Musculoskeletal purge fluid is coming from the mouth. He gets close to the swollen mouth hole, eyes squinting from the fumes. Not injury related. His eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see. With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his head on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. God damn, that's disgusting. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night. Jesus. Yeah, jack that fucker off. What the fuck is wrong with these kids? The hyoid bone is fractured, he says after a while. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact, unremarkable. Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Respiratory system, he stops to exert more force. Both hands are used. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim had received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucus of the lips and mouth. Look inside the dead man's mouth. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in. Look deeper inside. You manage to suppress the contractions trying to empty your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness. The lieutenant lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you. Hemorrhaging present in the mucus, he repeats impatiently. Write it down. He wipes his brow. Hepatobiliary NA. Why? Don't we have anything? He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? I don't think so. Neither am I. And that's it? That's it. Alright, right in A. Same for toxicological and serology. Toxicology and serology. In A. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with a hanging. Gastrointestinal. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around, to the ground, the pool of feces there. Then he touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly and says, digested, semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. Write it down, omit the voila. What's next on the list? Description of injuries. Let's see. He tilts his head. We have bite marks, contusions on head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one, too. Be thorough if you want maximum results. 1. Bite marks. He nods. Head, chest, and scalp. Bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. Write it down. And your opinion, officer? Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. B, non-fatal post-mortem. Agreed. Next injury, contusions. So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. A perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem. At maximum velocity, fucko. Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes. Non-fatal post-mortem. Right. Next. What's the 4th injury field for? Nothing, just in case. Number 3, ligature mark. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck. That's kind of interesting. Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side, awaiting your judgment. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush. I did say that he might have been strangled earlier. I don't know. No, I'll go with A. Whatever. That's it. He cracks an uneasy smile. We have established cause of death. It's not much, but it leaves much to be questioned, but it's a start. Hell yes, dude. He produces a small black plastic roll from his jacket, a body bag. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. First, how did it go? Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say the goal of an autopsy. Or that's the goal of an autopsy. Then, given the state of decay here, I consider establishing the victim's ethnicity a minor success. What else? We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. Oh, yeah. Well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order? What now? I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg. Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages. For processing, he looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again. You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. Hold on a second. Don't take him away. Don't you damn do it. Do I have anything else to help me with perception? No. Okay. The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. Excuse me. Let's just try this, I guess. Damn. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. Look in his pants again. The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture. Don't touch it again. There is no need. We have been thorough with the genitals. The lieutenant looks worried. Do you think we missed something? Yes, there's something we're not seeing. Okay, well, We're in liver mortis here. He's disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body. If we want to conduct another examination, we need to do it fast. Can't he just... No. Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body? It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart in the Whirling and Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, his voice trails off and his gaze settles on Kuno. But only if all else fails. Fuck are you looking at, Bino Man? You want a piece of Kuno? Want to get fucked? Only if all else fails, he stresses. I need to have another look at the body first. Hurry, this is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find. Let's bag him, take him away. If you think so, officer, he nods. I am not going to object. Alright. Ooh, and we leveled up again. He unrolls the plastic. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my Kanema. I'll take it from there. Then what? It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow. He pushes the black plastic over the dead man's face. Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. All right. We leveled up. Let's see. Let's go with... Perception seems good. Let's level up perception. Still got 12 minutes left. Okay, about half the episode.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Yes, the case brief you missed. Now I remember. He opens his notes. Brief. Yes, that sounds good. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanging in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling and Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller would not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Why didn't we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now, it appears that they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Of course, yes, I understand everything now. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Actually, I have all I need now. For now. Good. The lieutenant nods. We'll leave that. Not really sure what to do. Let's head back into the whirling. All right. I wonder if we can talk to, Classier at all. Oh, I know what I'll do. I want to up my electrochemistry in any way I can. Like this. And my pants are also doing that. Okay. Let's see if we can stop making the expression. Because I know that that's a white skill check that we can retry and have not tried yet. Retried yet. Nothing really to see here. This is the door to your room. To the room you redecorated. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
All right, let's go. Cool. I can dig this. I can dig it. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with a cigarette. A cigarette is such a great idea, I think I'm going to have one too. He blows a steady stream of smoke. Your call, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night. Oh, I guess I don't have cigarettes in my hand, sadly. How did you get so cool, Kim? The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. You mean this? He flicks the ash. This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will. And unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit. Below it all. Right then. The debrief. Yes. He pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and eventful day. How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. Then, you shot the body down, which was... He pauses, searching for the right word. Quite the shot. I was inspired by your confidence in me, Kim. I admit, I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we missed something, but maybe the boys in processing will surprise us. We still have work to do at the crime scene. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, He takes a deep drag and looks at the city. That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. I love doing interviews, and people love me. The initial interviews? Yes, well, we talked to some people. That's my forte. Very important indeed. As we conducted an interview... Well, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. I'm sure I can get him to tell us more. Claire also helped you. How should I say? Remember your name? That's a relief. Big relief. It's a very serviceable name, too. Moving on. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. Excuse me. He purses his lips. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that standard Precinct 41 practice? Oh, sorry, Kim. I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in this body. God knows why. So what are our powers exactly? The RCM. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with the interdepartmental schedule. 1,000? Why not more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. He frowns. It undermines trust in the RCM. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. I see, and if someone resists, we are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes, he pauses. The last time was 4 years ago. Damn. He has internalized it well. It's just that, a fact, a self-contained past event. There is a slight physical revulsion in him while saying that, but he's worked through it in the intervening years. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Have I killed anyone? That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the drink. I probably have. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Quran and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. Where he keeps his notes, I think is what it meant to say. Excuse me. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government? Yes. The international community's mission is Revachol and moral in turn more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. We're just about out of time. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. The moral intern? What is that? What is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. He pulls on his cigarette. You know who they are. They run this place after the revolution failed. I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here. Point to my head, of course. Okay, they're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They're DeLoreans. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. I have an opinion on the moral intern. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brows, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. There we go. That's the most communist thing I could say. No, we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would become vigilantes. Maybe we should make our own law. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez, we already are vigilantes. At least the union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and gold orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. Thank you for this. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Well, goddamn, powerful people. That was quite a debriefing. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Leave any comments you have for me in the comment section, and please share this video with anyone you think might like it. In the next one, we will begin Tuesday, the second day, when Titus and, what are they called? The Hardy Boys? It's kind of funny. Are supposed to show up. But we shall see. Powerful people. Until then, my name is Eli. You can call me Super Kid. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Peace and love.